The proposed merger between Paramount and Warner Brothers is a bad deal. Hollywood creatives are fighting against it. That's why the guilds have come out against it. And it's a bad deal for consumers, which is why 12 state attorneys general have come out against it. I use the proper grammar there. But AMC CEO Adam Aron thinks it's a good idea and that the state AG should stand down. Thanks, but no thanks, he says in a Variety editorial he penned, being a big old dummy. Now, Aron has essentially adopted Paramount's position, which is that we need this merger to happen so that we can create way more movies and thus compete with streamers. I don't know if Aron has been asleep for the last 10 years, but we actually did have a huge merger between two giant studios when Disney gobbled up 20th Century Fox. We didn't get more movies. We didn't get more movies out of that. In fact, what happened is that Disney just made sure that only Fox franchises went into theaters, did a little bit with Searchlight Pictures, and then a lot of stuff from Fox just goes straight to Hulu. So we're not getting more movies into theaters. If anything, all they've done with this merger is created more films that can support their streaming arms rather than theatrical exhibition. And furthermore, it's quite a little gullible that he thinks that Paramount, because they've told him personally, there will be a 45-day theatrical exclusivity. Paramount isn't even abiding by this rule right now. They had their killer monkey movie Primate in theaters on January 9th, and by February 10th, less than 45 days, it was already on premium VOD. And I feel like what Aron is really missing here is that if Paramount gobbles up Warner Brothers, there will be fewer movies. This is a company that's going to start out with $80 billion of debt on the books. They're not going to be able to really just have an explosion of movie making. They're going to pour all their resources into their franchise IPs and hope for the best. And what that means for theater owners like AMC is that there will be fewer options at the multiplex. There just won't be as much product. So they'll have fewer films on more screens. And if there are fewer films that aren't good all at once, people are just going to skip it. People want options at the theater. So for all of these reasons, Aron could not be more wrong. And maybe he should think a little bit harder about how he wants to run his business instead of giving himself yet another pay bump while the company's stock sinks 58%.